Hello, Brice in Wichita, Kansas. See more better with freeprescriptionlenses.com. But call me Mo Better, because I'm going to be seeing Mo Better, looking Mo Better, as well as showing you how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses when I cut your Crizal Ideal Advance Digital Freeform Progressive Lenses with Crizal Avance for your Danny Gokey. This is model 63 in the 51 eye size in the M Navy, which is the matte navy, which has a little bit of silver here. Now, Brice saw my video for Paul I did about 1 or 2 weeks ago. He happened to see these somewhere and said, hey, can you get me these frames for cheaper than what I saw? And I can definitely do the lenses cheaper from what he was quoted, but I said I can do it. So I don't have the Danny Gokeys on the website yet. I've been very busy. I'm working on getting them up there. By working on, I'm meaning, yeah, one day I'm going to do it. But for now, if there's a Danny Gokey frame you want, just email me and I'll make it happen. So I need to trace one of these lenses. This is known as a semi-rimless, where there's no frame at the bottom, only a string. So I need to use this tool here. Well, I need to use this tool first. And I'm going to put 2 dots on the lenses. I have to raise my head up to see the wall. I need to be able to see a black dot on this graph. And now if you guys missed that, let me recap. But I'm going to take this lens out and put it into the tracing element of this tool for my blocker. The reason this has a little line on it, and that's why I put those 2 dots. That was the right lens, wasn't it? Yes. Okay, so that's going to go like that. And again, I need a white background, so I'm using that. But I'm going to put that dot right there and right there. Press that on there firmly. Place it in the tracing element of my blocker. And actually, hang on, another tool. I need to program this shape into the computer. You are Secret Agent 1594. So years from now, should you ever need new lenses for this frame, I can come back to this barcode and mail them right to your home. I'm going to trace the right lens only. It's going to ask me for the bridge width, which is 19. So I'm going to tap 19 and hit check. And the little stylus is going to pop up and it's going to go around and trace the outside circumference of the lens. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed in quality. You buy a genuine, authentic Danny Gokey frame and you'll receive 1 free pair of clear single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. My receipt has my federal ID tax number, so if you have unused vision insurance or unused health savings account flex dollars, you will get reimbursed for this purchase, whether they are prescription or not. So you have the Crizal Ideal Advanced Invisible Bifocal, so I've already gone ahead and got this prepped where every invisible bifocal has 2 laser engravings 34 millimeters apart. They happen to be a circle. I put dots in the middle of those circles, and now I can use my Verilux layout chart to tell me exactly where it's going to sit in front of your pupil. So I'm going to place that there. I need to apply a double-sided adhesive sticker to a block, or as I like to call them, Jenny from the block. I already have the 2 stickers attached, so I'm going to pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. On the back is a magnet that's going to do its job twice. The first time it's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the arm. I need to enter your pupillary distance of 33. The computer starts at 32.5, so I only need to hit the plus button 1 time. I do want to raise the optical center up to 20. Now, we're going to get everything lined up exactly where it's supposed to be. The optical center, the blue cross is the geometric center of your frame. Your eye is just above that in inset. Hit that button. The arm's going to come down and place the block onto the right lens. We're going to do the same thing now for the left lens. Pull the paper away to make the black side sticky. Line up the magnet. Pupillary distance is 32 for the left eye, so I'm going to tap the minus button twice. It goes down in 0.5 millimeter increments. Get everything lined up exactly as so. And hit the button. The arm comes down and places the block onto the left lens. Now this is the edger. This is what costs $40,000. It weighs 200 pounds. I recommend everyone go out, buy their own, put it on your kitchen counter, Then you can cut your own lenses at home, and you will need this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes to do it for you. But I'm going to show you how to do it. First, we're going to wake up the computer. This is cutting job number 1594. 1594. This is a semi-rimless groove. These are polycarbonate lenses. I'm not going to polish the edge of the lens. I'm going to put a slight safety bevel on the front convex surface of the lens, and I'm going to put a slightly heavier bevel on the rear concave surface of the lens. Now the magnet's going to do its job a second time. It's going to attach itself to another magnet there in the chuck, or as I like to call it, the Charles, because I just don't know this machine well enough, say it with me, to call it Chuck. Hit the green arrow to start. The door closes. The clean door, might I add. I just recently cleaned it. The lens is going to be traced by 2 wide styluses, making sure the lens is large enough to fit into the frame. And you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the right lens. And the old carpenter saying measure twice, cut once. It's measuring the thickness of the lens at every point to know exactly precisely where to place the bevel, so you have the least amount of edge thickness showing in any other type of frame than this. But it's going to measure where to cut the groove so it's exactly the middle of the lens. Now the light you see flickering in the background is water to catch the optical sawdust as it comes off the cutting wheel. Polycarbonate lenses cut dry, where plastic, high-index plastic, and Trivex lenses cut wet, meaning that water sprays onto the lens for the duration of the cutting cycle. Now water will spray onto this lens, but only for the last 20 seconds to wash away any optical debris that you may see beginning to form. Your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. They are 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. They're virtually unbreakable. This is the same lens material that our soldiers wear overseas in combat zones to protect their eyes from shrapnel and from flying debris. It's also the same lens material that OSHA requires its factory workers to wear when they're on the factory floor. Now these are not safety glasses, but it's the same lens material used for safety glasses. It also has 100% UVA and UVB protection built into the lens. We know what the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can do to your skin, where your eyes are 8 times more sensitive than your skin, so you have permanent sunscreen for your eyes, unlike the lotions, creams, and sprays that need to be reapplied every couple hours when you're in direct exposure to the sun there in Wichita, Kansas. This is permanent and never needs to be reapplied. So as now it's measuring where to put the groove into the lens. In a moment, a lever is going to come out. Actually, it may just be going down and getting off any rough edges. Yeah, that's what it's doing. So I want to take this time. Danny Gokey is a Christian singer. He first came to fame as being a finalist on American Idol. He had some really funky glasses. Now he has his own glasses collection, and I figured tonight would be a good night to introduce my creation that I thought of 9 days ago when I was at Easter services at church. They held up a big wooden cross, and I had some frames that looked like that same type of wood material, and I thought, why don't I put a cross on a pair of glasses? So that's what I have done. I have them in brown, red, and purple, and they all have a wood type of finish. I can do clear lenses, I can do sunglass lenses in either 3 colors, and they're all pretty much going to be the same. The one thing I wanted to do, these are still unfinished, this is still the early prototypes, is I wanted to take I was going to do red fingernail polish, and I said don't do that. My wife said don't do that because it's going to rub off. So I'm going to get some automotive paint and put them on essentially the stigmata, 2 here and 1 at the bottom. Now the very first one I was drilling and working on, I was holding the frame and I drilled right through and got my finger, that little black dot. I squeezed it, it started to bleed, and I said, hey, this is a good example. So this was actually the very first one. I actually drilled a partial hole here just to make a divot. And I put, because I knew it wouldn't stick to just the outside surface, I wanted it recessed. So I wiped my blood on there, and that's my paint sample for future ones. Now, I was showing these on Facebook to get a feedback from my friends and what I should call this and what they think of it. And a friend of mine said, you know, it's a good idea, but he just didn't want, he only wears black glasses, so can you do it in black, he asked me. So I happen to have an extra red frame with me today at work. So I dropped it in my tint tank as if I were to do sunglass lenses. You take a clear lens, just like doing an Easter egg, drop it in a hot dye and it changes colors. So I dropped the frame into the tint, and the temples tinted black perfectly with that same wooden texture on the side. but for whatever reason the front would only take so much. It has more of a sheen or more of a polish, and it just would not absorb the hot dye. So go figure. So in attempting to do, maybe I'll do a black and red one for people, a wine color with black. Since I've got it, I'll go ahead and take drill holes in it, take pictures of it, and see what people think. So these will be available on the website for around $189 complete with free prescription single vision lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses. They will, one of the names I really like is called I Believe, and this will be the model number I316. That is EYE semicolon 316. So I'm going to do more. I'm going to take one of these crosses, rotate it to have it sideways, because my niece was wearing a necklace at church where there was a hole here and a hole here, and it was turned sideways, and she was wearing it like this as a necklace. So I'm going to try doing that. I'm going to try and come up with some more. So anyone watching this, tell me what you think. Is it a good idea? Do you like it? Do you love it? Or is this the stupidest thing you've ever seen in your life? Go ahead, be honest. You can tell me in the comment section. So let's go ahead and take the lens out. Now, wouldn't it be funny if years from now, when I blow up and I'm huge and famous and I'm designing my own glasses, that you can say you saw it here first on Brice's video? That will be cool. That will be cool. So let's flip this over to L. Press that on there firmly. Put the magnet into the Chuck, the Charles, the Chucky baby, or tonight I call it the Brice. Hit the green button. The door closes, the clamp shuts, the lens is going to be traced again just like before by the two white styluses, making sure that it's large enough to fit into the frame, and you can see as it's going around tracing the shape of the left side of the frame. And I can go ahead and start working on this. I'm going to take the block off, pull the sticker off, use my hand approved drying method, throw that back in the bin, add this to my sticker collection. I want to take my thumbnail and get all the optical sawdust off the edge of these lenses that the water did not get off. And so everyone knows that there's a string at the bottom of here. Did you know there's another string? It's actually a figure 8 liner. If there was a 2-ball snowman, if you will, the bottom is in there, and then this is sticking out. That's going to go into the groove of the lens right here. So we're going to tuck that in there. You hear you got to have the right tool for that job. That little tool is a little piece of plastic ribbon. Very rarely is that specialized tool a 10-cent piece of plastic, but tonight it is. I have it folded in half. I grab one side, if I can get it in there, I grab one side of the string. The reason why it's folded in half so I can grab both sides, run it along the lip, and then when you hear the snap, it's in there. I put my finger on the edge, I can slide that out. I'm going to come down here to my lensometer, put it in over that black dot, read the power, the distance portion first, and I'm getting -1 diopter sphere. No astigmatism, 1 diopter in the red. That's because the unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter, spelled D-I-O-P-T-E-R. It starts at 0 and goes either in minus or plus increments, quarter increments. So you're on the 4th rung of a ladder. You are nearsighted out of your right eye. So you need 4 steps of minification to make everything nice and crisp. Now you need no astigmatism correction, which is rare. Some people usually have just a little bit. Now, the opposite of that, you need no magnification or minification in your left eye, but you need the smallest amount of astigmatism correction possible in your left eye. Now, uncorrected astigmatism makes 6s and 8s look alike with the letters P and F. Think of it once is the correct size, then we have to do the fine-tune knob. And we're going to turn that fine-tune knob to just past the 90th meridian on the way to 180. We're going to turn just past 90 to 100. Now, you are 4 steps different in your right eye and your left eye, but you equally have the same amount of bifocal strength, which is +2 1/4. So if you were to actually buy reading glasses, your right eye needs +1 1/4, because it's called a progressive additional lens. As you look downward in the lens, it progressively gets stronger and stronger till you get to the very bottom. That's the full strength. So you start with +2 1/4, you subtract 1, you would need 1 1/4 reading glasses for your right eye. but you have no power needed in your left, so you needed the full 2 1/4 in your left. That's why you can't wear over-the-counter reading glasses, because your eyes are so different. Now, all Danny Gokey frames are $160. Normally they should cost much more, but there's certain brands that don't. Now, everything from Luxottica, Ray-Ban Polo, Versace, Oakley, they tell me how much I have to sell the frames for. Danny Gokey does not, so I don't mark them up as much as everyone else, because I like people to get this collection. I personally like the guy and what he stands for, so I sell these for much less than everyone else, just to get them out there. But any Danny Gokey frame will be $160, whether they're on my website or not. If there's one that you know you want in the color, just email me and I'll make it happen. The Progressive Additional Lens, which happens to be the top-of-the-line digital Essilor Ideal Advanced Freeform Progressive Lens, adds $149.99. Oh, I gotta give the cats their medicine. Crizal Avance is $99.99 for a total of $409.98. That's right, it's the first of the month. At 8 p.m. I'm supposed to give my cats their once-a-month flea and tick medicine. I might just take some myself. You can never be too careful. I'm just going to put a little on the back of my neck, squirm around while I'm doing it. I've learned that that's the appropriate behavior when you're getting flea medicine on your neck. So Mr. Whiskers and Bootsy Collins will be getting some medicine on their necks tonight. So, when I get home. So we're going to dry that off. We're going to take the block off. Again, use my hand-approved drying method to get any moisture off. Throw that back in there. Add that to my sticker collection. Run my thumbnail around to get the optical sawdust, the schwarf off of your lens. Drop it into the trash can, which is nearly clean, empty. So I have a cleaning crew that comes by and empties all the trash cans in my lab, in my building, in my suite. Because I like the people so much and they're nice. Here's a bit of trivia. When I was in college 30 years ago, I used to clean these buildings also. The same thing, a friend of mine had the contract and I would work in the evenings after all the doctors went home, cleaning, sweeping, vacuuming, dusting, all that stuff. So I kind of identify with them, and I think they're great people. And so I empty all the trash cans into one, and to let them know that I've done that and they don't need to clean anything else, I pull it out and I have it sitting like this. That's my indication that all they have to do is pull the trash bag out, put a new one in there, and then they're done. Nothing else. I actually waited for them to vacuum tonight before getting started, because they came right when I was about to start. Take that out. Put this lens in. So they're so appreciative that I do roughly part of their job for them. No other person in this medical complex does that, but hey, you know what? I'm trying to think of the right words, but sometimes, you know, you do the right thing. I know they get paid to clean. It only takes me a minute to empty every trash can into one for them. Plus, by the way, they clean and scrub my toilet and sink every night and mop all the available floors and vacuum. So they still work. Don't get me wrong. So the fact that they scrub my I've never had people clean my toilet every day, my sinks, my floors, everything. So it's the least I can do. They're great people. So put the lens in over that black dot. Turn the fine tune knob to 100. I didn't have to go far for that. Read the power, and I'm getting 0. No power whatsoever. Plano. You have 1 step of astigmatism correction. Let me check for that. And we're at -1/4, 1 tick mark away from 0. Now your pupillary distance for your right eye is 33, for your left is 32, for a total of 65. Turn the card around, place the PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. When we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 65 millimeters, so that is cut perfectly. Your optical center height is 20. Again, turn the card around, place the PD stick vertically against my thumb, and now we look to the bottom of the lens, we're getting 20 millimeters. We're doing that again, 20 millimeters. I'm telling you, this guy with the 2 thumbs and the bad jokes, he knows what he's doing. I don't care what y'all say. So this is the portion in every video that as I clean your lenses, I mentioned that every purchase is tax-free and includes free shipping anywhere in the U.S. Now I've always said the free shipping, but now all internet sellers are required to collect tax. However, I am in North Carolina. North Carolina considers glasses a medical device, and I do not charge tax. This total purchase is $409.98. If you were to find someone who were to sell this frame with a top-of-the-line Essilor digital freeform progressive lens with Crizal Avance for $409.98, and that's not going to happen. But $409.98 times 8% sales tax in my state, you would pay an additional $32.79 from anyone else if they had 8% sales tax. So that just saved you $33 right there. Now I send out a selfie request to have your picture in the website. I also send out instructions not only on how to care for your frame and lenses, but for your Crizal cleaning cloth that you'll be getting, the premium microfiber cleaning cloth that I provide, as well as your case, so it too will last you for years. But I'm gonna so when you get these in the mail, Brice, if there's a wrinkle in here, you know that it works because I field test every cleaning cloth before shipping. But I'm gonna get these in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. I set them on the counter and press down. There is no wobble. I'm part of that. 99% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them, because 80% of people want ear that's higher than the other, and because of that statistic, that's why most places will do free adjustments. But I'm part of that 80%. When I take mine off, they wobble on the counter. So don't be surprised if that's what it takes to get your glasses to sit evenly on your face. Flip them over, press down, there is no wobble. I close each temple to make sure they overlap perfectly and that neither temple is askew. I check the tension on each spring hinge to make sure they're uniform. If one was looser or tighter than the other, I would adjust for that. In fact, I think this temple is coming in some, so let me adjust for that real quickly using my hands. Now that's a lot more standard. Now I'm going to have to clean my fingerprints off again. But that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more frames and designers being cut, more different types of projects I'm working on. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram as freeprescriptionlenses.com, on Twitter as freerxlenses. If you have any questions about what frames like this one, that's what Brice did. He emailed me and said, can you get me this frame? I said, yes I can, yes I will. I'll do it right now for cheaper than anyone else. Same goes for the lenses and the speed and turnaround time. He ordered these 2 days ago and they're ready to ship now with the lenses with Crizal Avance. But you can email me directly at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com or simply click the contact me button on the website. Or you can also leave a question or comment in the comment section below. But thank you for watching. Brice in Wichita, Kansas, thank you so much for reaching out to me and having me cut your invisible bifocals with Crizal Avance for your Danny Gokey model number 63, color matte navy. And now everyone else has gotten a chance to see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.